So today we're going to be ranking pretty much every single version of the Fortnite map from all the different seasons, and it should be interesting to have a look back at these and see how much it has changed. As you can see the tier list on screen, we've got all the different sections, and we're just going to get straight into it because there's quite a lot to get through. So first up, Season 1, and now for me, I know nostalgia plays a big part in this, but I just love this map. I mean, it was very simple and basic, but as I say, some of the simple versions are just the best. So for me, I know it's nostalgia based, but I'm just going to put it in the best. Like, I just love this map. Now Season 2, this was when the huge map update took place. As you can see, we had new locations, tilted towers, snobby shores, shifty shafts, all these new POIs, and again, this might be one of my favourite versions as well. All like the earlier versions were my favourites. Season 2 definitely going in the best as well, for sure one of my favourites. Next up we have got Season 3, obviously Chapter 1. I'll probably put it in the good section. I'm pretty sure Lucky Landing got added, and very similar, but something about the Season 2 map I just liked it a little bit more. I don't know what it was. Now, Chapter 1 Season 4, this one was when Dusty Divot got added, obviously replaced in Dusty Depot, and I might actually prefer Dusty Divot. I think it was a great POI, obviously the huge meteor, and I like that map a lot as well. Definitely one of my favourites, going in the top tier for me. Now, Chapter 1 Season 5, this one was a huge update. We saw the new desert biome with paradise palms, we saw lazy links, Dusty Divot started to get overgrown with all the trees, and quite a few big updates. Again, this one probably one of my favourites, has to be in the best section. I think Paradise Palms was probably one of my favourite locations, really liked landing there. Now, next up, Season 6, this one was when we had the ruins around the map, so like the Kevin the Cube ruins, and Loot Lake started to change. Wasn't really a huge fan of it, so comparing it to some of the others as well, I'm going to have to put it in that section there. Now moving on, we have got Season 7. Now this one again was probably one of my favourites because we got so many different biomes, but it didn't really feel like too much. We had just a regular biome, and then we had the desert, we had the snow biome with all the new locations like Polar Peak and Frosty Flights. And I think this map was just perfect. I think it might actually be my favourite, so I'm going to put that in the best section there. Obviously I'll rearrange each section at the end of the video. Now moving on, we have got Season 8. I'm going to put this one in the good section. I did like it with the jungle biome, but again, it may have felt like a little bit too much because it was just insane with all those different biomes. You had the jungle, the desert, the snow, the regular. It was pretty crazy, but I did like it, so I will put it in the good section, definitely. So next up is actually Chapter 2 Season 1, because from like Season 9 and Season X, they're pretty much the exact same. So Chapter 2 Season 1 here, we have got the brand new map. As you can see, all the new locations. Frenzy Farm, one of my personal favourites. Sweaty Sands. We saw the Pleasant Park and Retail Row locations stay, as well as Salty Springs as well. Greasy Grove, so many great locations. And I think it was a decent map. Very simple again, and I think simple ones do work. But do I like it over some of the other ones we saw? Not as much, but I'll still put it in the okay section. It was a decent map. Next up, Chapter 2 Season 2. This one was with the yacht, the agency, the shark, and all those new locations. And I definitely preferred it over the regular Chapter 2 Season 1 map, so I'll put that one in the good section, definitely there. Huge fan of the agency POI as well, definitely has to go in that section. And moving on, we have got the Chapter 2 Season 3 map. As you can see, this one was just entirely flooded. Now, the thing is with this map, I mean, it was good because it was different, and it was just such a unique experience traveling around the map when it was pretty much like half flooded. Obviously we had the sharks and the boats to get around a lot easier, but I'm not gonna lie, it was quite annoying after a while trying to get around when it was literally just water everywhere. So I did like it because it was different, but if this map stayed for longer, I think it would have started to get a little bit annoying, and yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna have to go in the bottom section. Even though it's different, I just wasn't a huge fan, but I do like the experience looking back, and I'm glad we did have something a little bit different like this, but compared to the others, I'm going to have to put it in the bottom section. Moving on to Chapter 2 Season 4, very similar to some of the previous ones. We just saw Stark Industries location kind of destroying Frenzy Farm, which I wasn't really a huge fan of. I mean, Stark Industries was a good POI, but I did definitely like landing a Frenzy Farm. I mean, that's pretty much where we did all the customs. So it still was a good map, but I'll put it in the okay section. I probably should prefer Frenzy, to be honest. Now Chapter 2 Season 5, this one was with the sand tunneling. It was an interesting one. We had the sand in the center of the map, but compared to the others, I think I definitely preferred a lot of the other Chapter 2 versions of the map, so I'll put it in the bad section there because I definitely liked a lot of the other ones a lot more. Chapter 2 Season 6, the Primal Season. For me, I don't know what it was, but I think this map was probably one of my least favourites from Chapter 2, and probably my least favourites overall. Gonna have to put that one in the worst section there. Moving on, we have got Chapter 2 Season 7, another pretty basic map. We had like the Shadow Midas in the centre of the map, which was a kind of a unique POI. Again, compared to some of the others though, I mean, it wasn't terrible, but you know, it definitely wasn't my favourite. Probably just put it in the middle section, to be honest. And moving on to Chapter 2 Season 8. This one again, it wasn't really a terrible map, but definitely not one of my favourites. Especially looking at a lot of the other ones on the list, you know, comparing them to the ones in the bad section, I'll probably put that one in the same section. I think it definitely wasn't really my favourite. And the next one on the list is also from Chapter 2 Season 8. Just a crazier version of the map, as you can see. The whole centre is just, yeah, it just looks insane. And I'll probably just put it in the bottom section. Again, it's just, I don't even know what it was, to be honest, but definitely probably one of my least favourites for sure. Now moving on, we have got Chapter 3 Season 1, and as we all know, we got a complete new map for this chapter as well. We got the snow biome, we got the desert biome, we got the regular biome, and I think this one's actually balanced really nicely, not too much of one biome or anything. And I think like the locations are good. We've got Greasy Grove and Shifty making a return. We've got some new good locations as well, like the Spider-Man POI, which is really good. And overall, I actually really like this map. Not sure if I'd say it's my favourite, but I do actually like this one quite a lot. I'm definitely going to put it in the good section there for sure. A great map and very balanced with all the different biomes and locations. And as you can see, I've rearranged each section from best to worst in my opinion. So as you can see, my favourite versions in order. We got the obviously Chapter 1 Season 7 map, then Season 4, and then we got Season 5, 3 and 2, and then my least favourites being Chapter 2 Season 3, and then Chapter 2 Season 6 and the Chapter 2 Season 8 one. So there we have it, those are all the versions. Make sure to comment down below which version of the map is your favourite. For me, had to go with Season 7, I think the balance was perfect with all the different biomes. But if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe for more. And there's a lot more videos on screen here. Make sure to click another one to keep on watching, and I'll see you over there.